Hi everybody, it's Jay, and today I'm feeling really bad, mentally and also physically. I'm in a lot of pain, so I thought, why not make a more positive video, a comfort video, to sort of get in a different mindset and talk about how the doll hobby and like BJDs in general have improved my mental health. So I have a list on my phone that I've created, and I'll go through everything bit by bit and talk a little bit about it. So first things first is self-expression. This doll hobby gave me so much artistic expression through painting my dolls as well as making clothing, miniatures, and everything, basically everything. I'm making my own doll right now, and yeah, I think it opened a whole new world to me. I'm a person that I don't have just one thing I'm good at. I have like a lot of things that I'm kind of good at, and I feel like the doll hobby sort of combines all of them. Like, I love photography, I love videos, I love sculpture, I love fashion, I love painting and drawing and making stories, like writing stuff. Yeah, it just brings it all together, which is incredible. I don't think a lot of hobbies do that like this one, but it's one of the reasons why I love it so much. Sorry about my cat screaming in the background. If you hear him, it's because he's outside and he's excited. I don't know what he wants, but he's very excited about being outside. It's a lovely day today. So the next thing is gender expression. I feel like dolls have really helped me develop more of a feeling of gender expression in a way that is like very broad, I guess, because I have a non-binary doll, like a character that is non-binary, and I have my boys that dress in all sorts of stuff. Like, I would put my my resin soul body, I would put in like dresses or skirts and stuff like that, sort of like breaking the binary in that sense, and it really helped me develop my own fashion sense. I'm still finding it right now. Like, as you can see, I'm trying some new stuff out, kind of like old stuff. Like, I love pastel clothing, I know that, but I also like boyish stuff sometimes. I really love nerdy stuff, and yeah, actually Ryan is wearing a shirt that says Low Spoons, which I love. My friend Leah made this for me, and I'm also a spoonie, so is Ryan, and it makes me really happy that I have stuff like that, because like, yeah, that, like, I would love to make more fashion myself. Like, maybe I should just start designing stuff and like think about making it later, because that can wait. I don't have to make everything, but I have so many ideas for clothing, and maybe I will finally start making a lot more once I get my own dolls. I had a gender non-conforming character before I came out as non-binary, and that helped so much, especially also because Ryan is kind of like me, like a wishful version of me, I guess. Assigned male at birth, but kind of expression-wise a mixture of female and male. Like, right now it's kind of like an ambiguous style, and I love that. I love that some people think that he is a girl, because yes, confuse the hell out of people. That's like, goals. Next part that I am so grateful for is the community. We all know that the BJD community isn't necessarily the best. Like, there's ups and downs, but when you get to it, I have met so many incredible artists. I have you, my watchers, my fans. Like, the support from you all has been so incredibly immense, especially after I came out as well. Like, you were so open about that. I did not expect that. I thought people would just unsubscribe and not give a damn about me. But it was so different. Like, I think in the doll hobby, there's a lot of people that explore all sorts of, like, sexualities as well as gender and that sort of thing. Is like a very explored thing, because you have these dolls and you sort of live through them and can experience like different emotions through them, if that makes sense. I'm I hope I am making sense. Like, for example, if you're a person that has a trans doll, like you have a doll that is trans as a character, you sort of try experiencing a little bit through that doll and that character, and I think that opens you up to it a bit more, if that makes sense. Like, you sort of try to understand, and I feel like that is very, like, that is a huge thing here in the hobby, this acceptance and this willingness to try to understand other people, and I'm very grateful for that. Next thing is rediscovering my love for dioramas, miniatures, in a more mature way. Yeah, I have always loved miniatures. When I was younger, I hated Barbies for a while, actually. Like, there was a time when I was like young, like, I think from like kindergarten up to like the middle of elementary school, where I thought all girly things are gross, because I didn't want to embrace them, I think. But as soon as I started embracing them, I realized how much I really love miniatures. I've always also loved plushies and like making stuff for plushies. I remember making like a huge like room for my plush cat, like all sorts of things for like figures and everything. I love that. I've always loved that. And I still have my Barbie house at my dad's place that I'm at some point gonna get. I wanted it in my own house and redecorate it once I have my own place and like make it into a place for BJDs, probably, because I'm not that much into Barbies anymore, but BJDs are more like a mature way of experiencing that. Although I do have like action figures now, and I also have Lego figures, like a few. I have my childhood dolls that I love, and I just love figures in general. I have my Nandroids and all that sort of stuff, and I love it. And I'm so happy that I have embraced that in a more mature way, even though I don't consider dolls a childish thing, but a lot of other people do, especially people around me are like, why the hell do you have dolls? Like, that's very childish, why would you do that? That's creepy and stuff like that. And they don't really understand it, but as like, the thing is, these dolls, they do understand that they are artworks and they are a bit more special, I guess, to them. Like, they understand it a little bit better that way. Does that make sense? I feel like I'm talking a lot of bullshit. Yeah, I feel like I'm on the verge of a panic attack, so if my words are weirdly slurred or something, that's probably because I am trying not to panic. I am feeling really bad, so I'm trying to calm myself down right now. Yeah, next thing is coping mechanisms. My dolls are a coping mechanism for me, especially Ryan. Just holding him makes me more comfortable, and I love redressing my dolls. That is one thing that I've realized I enjoy so much. It helps me calm down, it helps me relax, it's so nice. I love it so much. It makes me happy. and painting dolls, of course, as well as sculpting. Although sculpting does make me a bit nervous, because I'm like, oh god, I'm doing something that can be judged by other people, and that makes me a bit nervous, but I do love it. Yeah. And the last thing is dealing with trauma through my doll stories. I have talked a little bit about my mental health and stuff like that, and I have talked about my doll stories, like Ryan's story / Lucas' story, who I don't have as a doll anymore, but he's still my character in the story. And this story is a coping mechanism and a way to deal with the trauma that I have experienced in my life. I've realized that afterward, writing my story about these two, actually, I'm calling it my story, wow. Yeah, it is kind of a part of my story, a part of my life. Not literally, I am not a ghost, but yeah, it is part of my story and part of my trauma, and that's why it is a coping mechanism. Writing these stories and sort of dealing with what has happened to me. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for your support always. It's so appreciated. Leave a nice comment, please. I need positivity right now. It's hard. It's really hard. But I'm pulling through. I can do it. I promise. I'm trying. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next Friday. Bye bye.